the All Indiana Podcast Network. This is AC's Conversations. AC's Conversations is about sports, music, TV, movies, and more.
Everything and more.
Everything is ready to go.
That include the latest news and rumors, along with interviews with the biggest names in sports and entertainment. This is AC's Conversations with your host, News 8 Sports Director.
The man is the real deal.
Let's go to work, brother.
Anthony Calhoun.
I tell you what, a lot of smiles here, right here behind me, the Colts complex. That's because they got the win yesterday, 31-20 against the Houston Texans. We're going to welcome in our Colts Insider, Kevin Bowen, who joins us every week here on Mondays, right here on Wish TV. Good seeing you as always,
Great
my
to see
friend.
you.
And before we dive into Anthony Richardson and Shane Steichen, I want to ask you, but first things first, just the mood, the buzz, what's going on behind me in this building here after this win yesterday against the Texans?
Yeah, I think you got to celebrate it. Unfortunately, wins have been hard to come by for this franchise, particularly divisional wins. And how about this, AC? Yesterday, the first two-score win the Colts have had since December 2021. So I get that Houston's a bad football team, and they were really banged up. But the ability to celebrate a road win like that, a divisional win like that, those have been hard to come by, and two scores as well. And really a game that I thought they controlled for the entire 60 minutes. With the quarterback situation happening as it did, I think you got to celebrate that, certainly.
Yeah, so they're 1-1 on the season. Next up, they'll take on Baltimore. We'll talk about that in a moment. But let's start first, though, here with their quarterback situation with Anthony Richardson. Got injured in that second touchdown attempt by him going into the end zone. Took a big hit from a Texan defender, and then he hit the back of his head on the turf. He reported himself not feeling good to the medical staff for the Colts, and obviously they took him out of the game. Mm-hmm. He's in concussion protocol. What else do you know about that situation?
Yeah, so he self-reported that 2 series after the hit happened. So he stayed in the game. For what it's worth, he was 1 of 4. He did not have a rushing attempt in those 2 series when he stayed in. I think the biggest thing for me, AC, is now we're 5 quarters into the Anthony Richardson NFL career, and he has suffered 3 different injuries, and he's only carried the ball 13 times. NFL hits, NFL speed, it's different. And this is a guy that when he gets out of the pocket, he's got to protect himself. And I know there's a fine line. He's so dynamic when he has plays like that, but also the ability to slide, the ability to go out of bounds, know when you should really risk it, know when you should kind of throttle it back. I think that's going to be a huge storyline in his career. There's a lot to like about Anthony Richardson as a football player.
Yeah.
You can't ignore 13 carries, 3 separate injuries so far in his NFL career.
Yeah, Jim Irsay told us just at the top of the show here today, we were talking about what happened with Anthony Richardson, and he had mentioned after the game just yesterday that, he's got to protect himself. He's got to be smart out there because they saw firsthand, in person yesterday in the Texans game, just how efficient he was and how he led that team down for that first touchdown on that opening drive. They want him to be out there ready to go, and so they need to make sure he's healthy and he's smart out there on the football field. Now, one thing we do know, though, that was great about this team, though, was Gardner Minshew. Yeah. He comes in and delivers here for this football team, replacing Anthony Richardson.
He did. I mean, what a professional effort out of Gardner Minshew. I mean, backup quarterbacks around the league, teams would dream to kind of have a guy like Minshew come into the game, lead 3 straight scoring drives, and just was very efficient. And it's a totally different game plan when Gardner Minshew goes in there versus the offense Anthony Richardson runs. I thought a really good day from Gardner Minshew, throwing the football 19 of 23, and then again, those 3 scoring drives.
Okay, and I know there's one guy who's feeling really good about what transpired yesterday, and that's the head coach in Shane Steichen, getting his first win of his NFL career. And by the way, the team played last week against the Jaguars. Man, this guy could be set with 2 victories here, undefeated. It's got to be encouraging seeing what you're seeing from this head coach, right?
Certainly. I mean, they're 1-1, but to your point, AC, I feel like they played really well week 1. They had a fourth quarter lead against Jacksonville, and then obviously what they did yesterday. On paper, they should have won that game, but to go down there and win by 2 scores, again, be in full control for 60 minutes, that just doesn't happen every week in the NFL. I think Colts fans should be very excited about Shane Steichen's presence and about what he's able to do for the quarterback position here.
Okay, so that's Kevin Bowen with us every Monday, everybody, here on Wish TV. He also joins us on Sunday morning as well on Countdown to Kickoff. It's time now for Chuck Checks In. Every week, the former Colts head coach will join us to break down the horseshoe on both sides of the ball. And let's welcome in our Wish TV Colts analyst. Great seeing you, my man. I see that you got that Indy shirt on. We love seeing that, brother.
Hey, let's go, man. Game day.
It is.
Love me some Indy.
That's right, man. It is game day indeed. Let's start first here, Coach. Last week, this football team almost snuck away and got a win against the Jacksonville Jaguars. They had that lead going into the fourth quarter. What's your takeaway, my friend, from what you saw in week one with the Horseshoe?
Yes, so much to be encouraged about. I mean, if you would have told me and told the Colts fans and Colts Nation that, hey, we'd be up by 4 points in the fourth quarter, I think we'd all have signed up for that. And thing just got away, but there's so many things, so many bright spots. The quarterback, the defense, played outstanding. You get a huge play by Buckner, heads-up play there. Zaire punching that ball out. You get a touchdown on defense. So, you got the division champ come in there in Jacksonville, loaded roster by them, right? And you got them on the ropes, and it just got away at the end of the thing, but very encouraged. All
right, Coach. So Shane Steichen, who I know you know very well, got a good friendship brewing with him as a former head coach of the Colts yourself. And I want to ask you about from what you saw from week one as he gets ready for today's game against the Texans. If he had some time with him, what advice would you give him going on the road for his first road game as a head coach?
Hey, you know what? I'm probably not the guy to be giving anybody advice, but you just got to eliminate the sins. What do I mean by sins? The self-inflicted negatives. All right. More games are lost than won in the National Football League. We saw that in week one. So just do the little things. You got a rookie head coach and a rookie quarterback on the other side of the sideline in Houston. So just do the little things, better. Take care of the football. Don't have any foolish penalties. Get that thing down, late in the fourth quarter and find a way to win the game. But just don't beat yourself.
All right, and a lot of praise we saw last week for Anthony Richardson. I tell you what, his debut was very impressive when you think about it. What he was able to do for the Colts, get them so close to possibly win this game. From what you saw from number 5, what'd you like?
Oh, man, there's so much that you love about Anthony Richardson in this debut. I mean, completed 65% of his passes. I mean, everybody was worried about, his accuracy, his touch on the ball. This guy is calm, cool, and collected. If you'd have told me, hey, this guy only had 13 starts at the University of Florida, I'd called you a liar after watching that first performance. There were some things, you guys talked about the sacks, the 4 sacks. He just held the ball in those situations. I thought the offensive line did a great job for him. Yeah. But 40 yards on the ground, a rushing touchdown, the touchdown, on the screen to Pittman. I mean, what a bright, bright future it is for Anthony Richardson. I mean, yeah, the arm talent's there. Again, when things break down, you got an athletic dude that is hard to get on the ground, and the quarterback design runs. Future looks really bright for this kid.
All right, Coach Pagano, I want to ask you about this because we haven't heard anything from you regarding the Jonathan Taylor situation. We know Anthony Richardson had to do a lot of work last week without his star running back, and Jonathan Taylor, who is out, he's on the pulp for at least 4 weeks. Of course, he's dealing with that contract situation as well with the Colts. He did post it earlier this week on Instagram, some video of him in the Colts indoor facility doing some routes. What's your take on this whole situation with JT?
Hey, my take is, I think, 4 weeks on PUP, right? So he'll be eligible to come back in week 5, a home game against the Titans, a division game. So they're not going to trade him. He's not getting a new contract. It's good to see him, posting that stuff that he's, working on his game and getting in shape and all that stuff. So let's get back out there, JT. This team, this city, this organization needs you. Everything else, you get out on the field and you do your thing and you play really, really well like we know you can. Everything else will take care of itself. So I'm looking for JT, be in that backfield with Anthony Richardson, week 5 against the Titans. Let's go, JT.
All right, there's a message there from Colts head coach, former head coach, and Chuck Pagano. Real quick, to wrap things up, my man, what in the world were you doing in Italy? What was that all about?
The gabagool, man. You get the best red wine, the Chianti over there, the gabagool. Oh my gosh. I was a couple former players, Ray Lewis, Jarrett Johnson's cousin Owen Gu owns a cycling house. We went on a bike trip over there. Absolutely amazing. That culture, that vibe, the history over there, unbelievable trip.
Wow, we're looking at some pictures now, as you see on the screen here. What's your biggest takeaway from that awesome trip, brother?
One more time.
What's your biggest takeaway from that trip in Italy?
Those guys got it figured out over there. They know how to live. I mean, they get up, they work hard, they eat meat in the morning, they eat meat at night. They got pasta for dinner, pasta, more carbs, and nobody's fat. And they drink nothing but red wine, and they take naps in the afternoon. I mean, they got it figured out, man.
I love it, man. Hey, Coach, thanks so much for taking the time to hang with us every Sunday here.
Discover more at wishtv.com and when you follow Wish TV on Facebook. Plus, be sure to follow and subscribe to the AC's Conversations podcast and others on the All Indiana Podcast Network. Connect now at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.